Hello and welcome back. I do have some great news. I adopted 2 kittens from the animal shelter. Please say hello to Shake, the orange tabby. He's still a little scared. It is his first time in his new home. He's only 9 weeks old, but he's very brave and curious. You can see how he's the first one to come out of the box. I didn't want to pull them out of the box, instead just lay it open and let them come out when they feel comfortable. I won't leave the room either. I want to sit nearby. That way they learn that I'm a part of their environment as well, which is my bedroom right now. I plan to open them up to the rest of the house once they're comfortable here. And you can see Shake is already leaving his box to go explore. But where's the other kitten? And it's hard to see her, but she's actually hiding out behind a blanket. She doesn't want to come out and say hello. And now they did warn me. We had quite a long conversation about her antisocial issues and what she might need moving forward. She must have had a rough start. I don't know what happened, but she just doesn't like people right now. I know there was someone else wanting to adopt her, and after taking her to a private room to see how well they bond, she was scratching and biting and just trying to get away. So I felt like she was getting this bad reputation as the mean kitty. But I believe in nurture over nature. I don't think the attitude we're seeing is really from her, but just the environment is not suited for what she needs, and it's reflecting back negatively now. Not the shelter, mind you, it was actually one of the nicest shelters I've been in. Very open space, the animals are separated, and they all have glass enclosures to be able to look around. Real quick here, you can see Shake does 2 things. He smelled the mouse, and now he's smelling my hand. Cats and other animals use their nose almost as much as their eyes. Scent is a very powerful sense for an animal. You can see that he smells everything he runs into. And I definitely should have set up the room a little better. You can see Shakers here is quite a troublemaker. And it's gonna be up to me to make sure he stays safe and doesn't knock something heavy on himself. And look who came out of the box to explore, the black, white, and orange calico named Bake. She did catch my attention early. I saw her photo online at the shelter and came down to see her. I didn't know about Shake until after. I was thinking of getting 2 instead of 1. That way as they grow older, they'll always have a friend to play with. And as I was talking to the specialist about her behavior issues, that's when I noticed Shake come into her enclosure and lay down with her. And she went from anxious to calm in a second. Seeing that, I knew they must have known each other. And that's when they told me they came in together. They're related. And that's when I decided I'm getting them both. If they came in together, they're leaving together. And they did offer to take them back into that private room to see how well we bond. And I just said, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think we'll see that positive behavior we want from the calico Bake. It's just not the right environment for her. I feel she needs a more quiet, less busy space to help come out of her shell. There's just too much going on. She was staring at me the moment I walked in the room. She's a very attentive kitty. Where Shake was the opposite, he was just looking right in front of his feet for toys to play with. I have had cats before, but I figured it would be good to do some research about bringing cats home and also her behavior issues as well. The specialist recommended a person who also does YouTube videos. He goes by the name Jackson Galaxy. He specializes in just cats. And being a creator myself, I know that when you specialize in something, you usually get really, really good. He did give me some great advice, like not letting the kittens live under the bed or some kind of hidden away nook. Now, it is normal to have a safe spot to go when you're scared, so you don't want to take away every nook. But we don't want them to live in a cave where they can't challenge their fears. Because that's when we overcome our fears, is when we challenge them. Living in fear is no way to live. I want them to live happily in this home. And so I've lured them out with some food and I'm boarding up the bottom of the bed. Hopefully they don't get too scared. I did create a small hiding place out of a laundry basket just off camera. You can see Shake the tabby isn't too concerned. He's just still eating his food, while the little calico definitely is getting worried. Whoops, I kind of spooked him a little bit moving around, and now Bake is getting excited, running back and forth looking for a way back in. I definitely should have moved the clothes basket closer. They haven't even found it yet. It's too far away from the bed. Also, once they're more comfortable, they might like some higher up spots to hang out and sleep. That way they have a good vantage point to watch over their area. Cats are territorial. They do like to have their own area. So when other creatures or other cats try to take it over, they get pretty upset. And that's another reason why they're in this bedroom, because I have an older kitty who already has claim of the house. So I'm planning to keep them in this room for a couple weeks or so to move them in more gradually. They can still smell each other under the door, and so that will help them know each other a little better. You can see Shake digging his head into this bed, which used to belong to the old kitty. Whereas this new bed in the foreground, which I just recently purchased for them, they're not as interested in it. And although Shake the tabby has approached me and is interested in me, Bake is gonna take more time. I want her to come to me when she feels comfortable, instead of me going to her when she doesn't. However, that is a fear we might need to challenge to help build her bravery. Most likely with hand feeding, because animals are very influenced by food. But now here you can see their playful nature. They're just wrestling around. And I know it might look hostile, but it's just play fighting. They've been play fighting like this all the time. That's how they spend their day. And I only had to break up one fight so far. They were playing a little bit too intense, and one of them just wasn't having it and was meowing. That's kind of a sign that it's getting a little bit too rough. But here we can see Bake the calico eating from my hand. As I said, this is a good bonding moment as she's getting a good smell of me and food as well. This also shows her that she can trust me. I'm not sure if she just hasn't been exposed to people and we're just new to her, or if she had a bad experience with someone. I may have to show her 100 good experiences to counter that one bad one. It may be a bit of a challenge, but I'm here to help her. I do want to thank you for coming here to watch this video. I appreciate you as a viewer and your support for this channel. I wouldn't be making videos without you. You're a part of my home. So remember out there, until next time, I love you and stay melty.